from City Hall.
All right, let's go back to Mike Helgren. He is in the offices of lawyer Steve Silverman and has more on reaction in that arena from the resignation of Mayor Catherine Pugh. Mike?
From Jack Young, also from Senate President Thomas Mike Miller Jr. He says today is a sad day for Baltimore. I wish Mayor Young best wishes in his leadership of the city and hope Baltimore can continue to move forward. Jack Young says he was informed today at 3:35 p.m. by City Solicitor Andre Davis of Catherine Pugh's resignation as Mayor of Baltimore. The resignation is effective immediately. I believe this action is in the best interest, he says, of the city of Baltimore, and in accordance with the city's charter, he will serve as Baltimore's 51st mayor. He talked about for the past month he has traveled the city and worked hard to keep government's focus on providing essential services for the city. He said it's his pledge that his focus will not change, and he understands that the ordeal has caused real pain for many Baltimoreans. He says, I promise that we will emerge from it more committed than ever to building a stronger Baltimore and moving the city forward. And he liked to give special recognition and thanks to all the public servants in Baltimore. We had an inkling that this was going to happen. I have a copy of the afro here from this morning. Mayor Pugh resigns. They're exclusive because their CEO and publisher had spoken to the mayor last night at a prayer vigil outside of her home, and according to Pugh, according to the CEO, Pugh had said they're going to try to take everything from me, and had confirmed that she was indeed stepping down. Bear with me here. It's starting to rain, and we've got we're trying to deal with this breaking news. I want to bring in Adam Ruther again, criminal defense attorney who's been providing his opinion. And I know they probably asked you your opinion of this. I just got to tell you, so I ran upstairs as this was happening. Her lawyer, Steve Silverman, was walking right by the elevator bank, and I said, hi, Steve. And then I didn't realize he was going straight to the press conference and straight to the podiums. And it was all very quick. We didn't hear from the mayor. I mean, is it smart that we didn't hear from her? Do you think we will eventually, or do you think she's wheeling and dealing behind the scenes?
So it's absolutely smart that we didn't hear from her individually. As I mentioned earlier, anything that she says that's recorded from this point forward could be used against her later on. So if she individually made an apology to the people of Baltimore, it's certainly a little bit more likely to be used against her as a tacit admission than her lawyer reading a prepared statement to the press. So it makes perfect sense that we didn't hear from her individually. Whether she's there individually, even though she's not the one talking, is a personal question that she would need to answer from both an emotional and a strategic standpoint. But it's not unusual at all, as we've seen in other public corruption cases, for attorneys to do the talking for the clients under these circumstances for them. It's pretty much the best practice.
How difficult are these public corruption investigations? Because you were on the other side of it too, right? As a prosecutor, putting together cases. I mean, these are pretty meticulous, as we've seen.
So public corruption cases, like most white-collar crimes, do involve an enormous amount of investigation. It's not a straightforward sort of who struck John question of, did this person do this one individual act on this one individual day? They usually involve long-term schemes, a number of witnesses, a lot of documents, and so it takes an enormous amount of effort and manpower, as we kind of seen with the Mueller investigation. It takes an enormous amount of manpower and effort to really uncover everything that you're going to find that might support a charge, and that's what the government is ultimately trying to do right now, is decide whether they have enough to charge our former mayor with any particular crime.
Thank you, Adam. As always, I know we'll be hearing more from you as well. We just heard statements from Jack Young, now mayor of Baltimore, a lengthy statement, but essentially saying he's going to be here for the people of Baltimore. He's taking over. It's going to be seamless. We'll continue to follow this story from live in downtown Baltimore. Mike Helgren, WJZ.